Hey everyone, today we are in the weekly pack. You hear the music come in because we're just gonna cruise, keep the vibes high, keep it right. Okay, I don't know what happened there, honestly. Please forgive me. I don't know if it was my microphone or some glitch in my editing software. Something just happened there. I'm sorry. I can't figure it out. I can't fix it. We're just gonna move forward and pretend like none of that happened, right? None of that happened. Here we are in the weekly pack. We got a crazy video today. The main run here, it's kind of a longer one because we get a meta synergy going, but there's a special surprise. A special visitor decides to make an appearance, and anytime you get this visitor, not the visitor pet, but this special guest, let's say, in your runs, you have to do anything possible to try to make it work. It's a bonus if you get it one of your strongest pets on the team, extra bonus if you get it to level 3. And you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm going to avoid saying it for now. Let's talk about this weekly. You see here I have a good Weevil setup. Start with a pheasant and a pigeon, so eventually I can sell the pigeon. Use the two foods to basically trigger the Weevil more. Any pet I bring onto my team and get the strawberry on it is going to get that Weevil buff. So it's just a really good tempo start. We've seen this before in previous weeklies, and I use it a good amount when possible. It's one of the many combinations, but the pheasant I would try to get going in most of my runs, or at least at a certain point I was trying to get it going. And you'll see why in the bonus clips. It's a combination of the pheasant with buy-selling units and trying to get just some sort of non-meta, I don't know, scaling, if you will, going. Just some sort of avoiding the hamster ostrich, avoiding the farmer dog corncob as much as possible. I should say farmer dog chimpanzee. But at a certain point, you got to utilize those when you can. Even if it's for a couple turns, just intermittently until you find the final build that you're going for. And yeah, this run, at this point, I committed to the dolphin. Typically, I would split those foods up to maximize my Weevil. But I committed to the dolphin, the main reason being I was trying to get some snipe teams over the line, which typically isn't that hard. There's dolphin, lynx, and patu. So you see the patu come in. I'm like, okay, if we get the level 2 dolphin and level 2 patu quickly, then we can hopefully spam some lynx. I was going for like a multiple lynx, dolphin, patu team. And I was having a lot of trouble getting them across the line. So freeze the Gelada there because that's the combo with the pheasant to try to get some intermittent scaling going. Decide to just take the other level up because I could level up into lynx at this point. So I'd rather have that if I'm going for this build. I'd rather have that than the tier 5s. Which is weird because typically you'd want that tier 5, the turn 7 level up. I guess it's turn 5 anyway. I was thinking it was turn 6. So either way, I'd be getting the tier 4 level up. Yeah, taking a while to try to figure out what to do exactly here. Want to try to activate this Gelada that I have frozen in the shop. Try to figure some cheap ways to do it. And I would buy sell, what is that? The albino squirrel? I would buy sell it every now and then just to see what foods came up and try to have some fun with it. That, the Dumbo octopus. They're fun pets to just get some different equipment, whatnot. Does the albino squirrel do other equipment? Or am I mistaking it now? So we get the Gelada with the little attack food. And basically we spent, by selling the pigeon as 2 gold, and then buying the Gelada as 3 gold. So we spent 5 gold on 4 pairs. It's not bad. Guess we'll see what stays on the team permanently. Yeah, turn 6, team is not bad. There's like decent scaling relative to other teams. This team's going for the barnacle. That was my my previous weekly video. What a good time. And the other platy shows up and double mana ray shows up. It's honestly, if it shows up like this, I feel like you just have to take it. And what I should have done there, and I still don't do it, I should just sell the Patu and buy this separate mana ray to get more gold if I'm transitioning. Maybe I didn't fully figure I was going to transition to the like roll and mana ray build yet. But basically, when you get the mana ray high roll, you can do anything in this weekly that you want, mainly because the scaling doesn't come until late. So as long as you get the gold generation set up, then you can pivot to the scaling, pivot to whatever you want, or just keep the pets that you have and just go crazy with it. I mean, truly, the world is your oyster at that point. We can sell down and get the 2 free rolls with the hamster still, so I figured, yeah, it's probably what we want to do. Dolphin level up, buy sell the crow to get the hamster 1.5. It's just the perfect setup to be able to do whatever we want to do. And if you forgot what this run is all about and why this is the main run, you're probably thinking, oh, he's just setting up some meta roll team. We've seen this before. And yeah, we have. But oh man, it's just so exciting when things happen that you don't expect. And like I said, the world is your oyster when you have a level 2 mana ray at this point in the game. So here's what I'm thinking. We leveled up into Black Bear and Behemoth. Typically, you would take Behemoth, win the game easy. We're going to see that in the bonus clips, don't worry. And sometimes it's me, most of the times it's not me. But here's what I'm thinking with the Black Bear. I want to go Black Bear Farmer Crow. I recently had a Pelican Black Bear Farmer Crow video. There's the Farmer Crow. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Honestly, the 6 gold, like I should probably just throw the pair. Maybe I do it. But I decide, all right, let's just start rolling. I should probably have sold something and bought the 2 crows. But I figure if I can roll a bunch, this is a winning team. With the Platyblodon on the team, I'm going to get a ton of trumpets here. So this team should win. And the team draws, which is fine. All I wanted to do is preserve that heart. And it's hilarious that we have almost the whole shop frozen. And yeah, I think we're going to commit to it at this point because we're going to have a lot of gold generation. So going to go ahead and buy the 2 crows and a sloth shows up. So at this point, what do you do? What do you do? I'm trying to build a Farmer Crow Black Bear team. I just spent 6 gold making the pivot to the team. I also sold arguably my best unit. Not my best unit, the Platyblodon is, but you get what I'm saying, right? Level 2 Dolphin, that was my highest scaled unit. Decide to just get rid of the 6 gold we spent on the Farmer Crow. So the 6 gold we spent on the Farmer Crow plus the 5 gold we just spent on the 1.5 sloth. We spent 11 gold to pivot this sloth in right now. Luckily, we got a flashlight. There's a hamster in the shop, so figure we can do some trigger resets next turn, maybe get something going like that. You may hear some music in the background. We're just going to roll with it. This is a very musical themed run. Someone's playing music right now. And the turn we pivot the sloth in, we lose a heart. So we go down to 3. Not the end of the world. Chocolate's here. It's turn 11. We can level up into ostrich. So I was probably tempted to take that onto the sloth. But there's so much time in this run, and we almost immediately get the ostrich. So what I'm thinking at this point is just take the level on hamster probably, and just get this rolling. You see all these tier 6s in the shop. I'm not even going to worry about buy selling the crow. I'm just going to get the scaling rolling, and then it should cascade. It should absolutely cascade, and check this out. Because we go to a full 5 squad, we sell our level 2 mana ray, which was just our highest statted unit with the rest of them. and we go double hamster. So on turn 11, bringing in a base stat hamster when we have a 2/2 sloth in as well. The good thing is we have 3 hearts remaining. We're back up to 7 gold. So now it's like, okay, we can buy these. We can buy these ostriches, no problem. Buy the next one. Get the 2 tier 6s. We're getting the flashlight breaking next turn. And I decide everything's going to get scaled, so I should probably start working on the ostrich. These runs usually get to a certain point when you only need to scale your scaler. So everything else is 50-50, and you have to make a decision. Speaking of which, look at this. What was that, a Bigfoot Behemoth? I mean, that team's huge. Our team, I was like, oh, geez, this run is not going to do it. But we have level 2 ostrich, we have level 3 hamster. I don't even care about leveling this other hamster right now at this point. Oh, I do stack it because all those tier 1s show up. So it kind of shows my mindset. It's like, I'm going all gas, all gas. Typically I would freeze that chocolate, but I just want to get these triggers. We get the double trigger right there. It was so perfect. So now I feel a little bit better. We still have 10 gold, by the way. These turns just get absolutely ridiculous. The tier 3s start showing up. The chocolates show up, and I'm like, you know what? I feel good now. So I just start throwing them. Like, there's no penalty in just freezing that chocolate and taking more scaling. That's what I should do. We only have 4 trophies. This game's gonna go a very long time. But I'm so confident at this point. I'm like, yeah, we're just doing it. And look, 36 trumpets generated. Their biggest unit was bigger, but we can make up for the trade. And it looks good. It feels good. We just get the rolls going. That's all we need to do. Turn 13, level 2 sloth, 15-15 stat line. That's pretty good considering we haven't had it for that long. And now let's take some time to reflect on my sloth games. I actually can't recall the first sloth I ever got. I'm sure it was playing in like Turtle Pack or something. I do remember that I had multiple sloth losses before I got my first sloth win. And I think it was like a 1.5 or level 2 sloth. Like I was trying to push it to level 3, but I wasn't close. And then eventually I got a sloth or 2 that I got close to level 3. And I was like, oh man, like, is this ever gonna happen? I felt like it was just so difficult, so difficult. And then the Scooty Weekly came out. And I was avoiding it at first. I was like, and this was before I made content or anything. And I was like, I don't know. And then I finally budged. I played it. I went for it. And then I think I played it for like 12 hours straight. Got every achievement I could, including the sloth. Did everything possible. And then after that, every sloth I got, I was like, no matter what, I need to try to push this level 3 and win. And I think I got 1 or 2 more. Eventually, I made the channel, and I think within a couple days of like starting to make videos, I got a level 3 sloth in the weekly. It's definitely my first level 3 sloth in the weekly, and it felt so good. So it kind of feels like a full circle moment right now, a little bit, where when I first started making content, I didn't know if anybody would ever see the videos. I still had screen shake on. I got a level 3 sloth achievement. I remember it was one of the first times of like getting acknowledgement by one of the big dogs, one of the bigger creators, like in a Discord where I posted the video in the self promo little channel, and it got like a thumbs up or like one of the fire emoji or something on it. So yeah, good feeling, good vibes all around. And at this point, you can see the team is still very rapidly scaling. The music is getting louder and louder. We're just going to roll with it at this point because this is a long video of commentary and I am not redoing anything. And yeah, just like that, we pushed the sloth to level 3. Skipping chocolates, I always like to call it out. It's one of the few times in this channel you'll see me roll over chocolates. It's typically when I have a team that I'm perfectly content with. The only thing I would level up is ostrich Especially at this point, there's no reason to. Just roll and get your scaling. Don't spend the 9 gold on leveling the ostrich. I could level the hamster to 3. There's no reason to spend that 9 gold. Just take your rolls. The only reason that you would level a hamster to level 3 is if you were running a 4 squad, you had an open slot on your team, and you can use the hamster to reset the triggers, so you still probably wouldn't be buying chocolate in that case, as long as you still need the scaling. Now this run is approaching the point where we might not need the scaling anymore, and that's what I was saying, where you want to either start scaling your scaler. That's why I had the flashlight break on the ostrich earlier. Or what I typically do in runs now, just to kind of have fun or meme or whatever you want to call it, is I will sell the scaler towards the end and just run like a 4 or 3 squad. Or I'll sell it and like buy like a mongoose to get a coconut, and then sell the mongoose and then like buy something else in that, buy a scorpion in that slot or something, right? Kind of the ranked method of doing it. So 8 trophies, 2 hearts. This is turn 16, by the way. These teams we're facing are no joke. These teams are absolutely no joke that we're facing, but at this point, we've made a complete mockery of the game. And I actually decide, so it's kind of funny, we have an eggplant. I love second position eggplant. We have a baguette. I want the baguette to be in the front. I froze this fortune cookie, and I thought it'd be hilarious. What if you ran into a team, and my hope is that we run into a behemoth here, because you're about to see in these bonus clips, we're about to rapid fire through them. It's going to be crazy, by the way, these bonus clips. And there's just non-stop behemoths that are over 50-50. So even this team is not safe. I did not feel safe with this team. You know, the behemoths around every corner, just waiting to pounce, waiting to stomp on the little ants. And yeah, at this point in the run, if we do lose the heart, just looking to toss the pairs, and it's behemoths. And we actually eggplant a behemoth to the front, which is scary because 2 50-50s are gone. Sloth does not get a fortune cookie crit. We get the crit, it doesn't matter, but it still feels good. I thought it'd be hilarious for them to run into a sloth with a fortune cookie with a 100 attack punching power potential. So yeah, we're gonna hop straight into the bonus clips. It gets pretty crazy. I'm gonna show you a wild ride. This first one is all about the Hippocampus. I've been looking for a strong Hippocampus showing for quite a while now, and these roll teams are kind of the perfect example. Roll teams that aren't scaled initially, or kind of teams that have only a couple really strong units and like the behemoths. So I was going the back Hippocampus at first, and then I determined, oh, I really don't need to run it in the back. You see here, 2 triggers got it to 50. That's pretty amazing in its own right. And it was doing very well. And then, I mean, this is turn 15. We're running into these Goliath of teams. But the 50 mana, unfortunately, it seems to always want to hit the weaker unit. But luckily we have this other residual mana from the blue dragon that's coming into play. Everything has 2 mana, and it's turning out to be very clutch, as you'll see right here. We hit the links with our 50 damage, 1 HP on the Mimic Octopus left. We get the KO with the blue dragon mana. So here's an example of the pony. The pony has some really fun options, one being the Gelada, another being the Locust. I'm really surprised I don't have more of those bonus clips with other pony bonus clips, but this is the one that's in here. I'm setting up the whole team with the Farmer Dog Chimpanzee just to get the intermittent scaling. The whole reason being we want to sell down to the 3 squad. So the level 3 pony, every time it knocks out, it'll feed 3 apples to the backmost friend. If we're running a level 2 boar in the back, that means every KO we're getting plus 3/3 on our boar. It's pretty nice. And I could have just bought the blobfish and thrown the pair, but I want to keep the 3 squad Marty here. I don't want to win with 4 pets. It's not a 4 squad Marty, it's a 3 squad Marty. And luckily we get through their boar, we trade with their pony, our behemoth gets to clean up, and yeah, sometimes when I had room on my team I would just plug and play a behemoth every now and then. Here is a crazy compilation of clips, all from the same run here. this Gelada. I had the Farmer Crow Gelada set up. I wanted to go like Farmer Crow Gelada, Farmer Crow Black Bear. I was hoping to get a lot of these things set up. It kind of got distracted by other things, and you'll see why. In this run here, I had the level 2 Dumbo Octopus that I absolutely love. I was just throwing everything on every pet. The sausage roll made sense, and then the oyster mushroom showed up. If you put the oyster mushroom on the Gelada and transform, let's say, the Dumbo Octopus, then our level 2 Farmer Crow will activate both Geladas in battle. It'll be perfect. The only problem is, I already threw a sausage roll on my Gelada. Now I throw a second thing. I transform my Gelada. I did not want to transform my Gelada. There is a saving grace though, and that's why we're going to see a bunch of clips from this run now. So the Gelada is actually the thing that's going to be the final bonus clip as well with the music. I want to intro that as well. Let's focus on this battle. Watch the Dumbo Octopus. Did you see the pairs go out? So if you use a oyster mushroom on a sleeping Gelada and transform a pet into a sleeping Gelada, the ability is transformed, feed pairs. Transformed, feed one pair to each friend. Well, yeah, the oyster mushroom, you are transforming into a sleeping Gelada. So I thought that was really cool. The Farmer Crow is just here to stay. I actually got the mushroom from the Farmer Crow as well, which I really wanted to set up with the Black Bear team. I probably could have pivoted a Black Bear into this team, but at this point, I just thought it was so funny. The Dumbo Octopus was really carrying me, and you see I have a Pita Bread now. Got the Pita Bread activation on the Okapi. So this run just worked out really well, even though I decided not to pivot it when I probably could have. So that was really fun. Now we're going to get into some of the crazy Behemoth spam. Level 3 Behemoth on turn 15. It's very scary. It's very scary. I have a very good team of my own. You see this team. It's turn 16. They have 3 Behemoths. 2 of them are level 2. It's just crazy the mentality of like the Behemoth spam. Here, luckily the eggplant moves the Behemoth forward so that 77 Behemoth does not get turned into a Mimic Octopus. We force the draw because of it. And here, 9 trophies, 1 heart remaining. I think, yeah, we've done it. We run into basically 2 100-100 Behemoths, a double Farmer Dog Chimpanzee spam. My mind was absolutely blown. 2 100-100 Behemoths. So I figure, okay, maybe I just need a Behemoth of my own. Maybe that's all we need. I was trying to get these Snipe teams over the line. Nothing too exciting about Snipe teams. They're just kind of fun. And even with the Behemoth, look at what's happening here. I mean, look at it. Level 3 Farmer Dog and Chimpanzee. They have the Blue Jay to even go along with it, so they can scale their Chimpanzee when the Blue Jay faints. It is absolutely terrifying. But there's still hope. 9 trophies, 1 heart remaining. These teams are so close, and we get another draw. But you know what another draw means. It just means the Behemoths are lurking around every corner. So we need to get the win. 50-50. And we get the trade again. So you know what's going to happen. There it is. It's a Black Bear in the front. Hold on a minute. Look at what they're doing here. Black Bear reduces HP to 1. And then just to hammer the point home, they put the 100-100 Behemoth behind the Black Bear. That Behemoth's going to KO everything as it is. Why are you... Oh my gosh. So I was being pretty stubborn with some of these Snipe teams, and look at how good they are. I mean, this is turn 11. This is a very, very good team. While this is happening in the background, I want to intro the final bonus clip with the Pheasant Gelada. It's going to be all the same run. I'm just cutting together every time I buy-sell the Geladas. So I was actually very impressed with how many Geladas I bought. It was actually insane. I was trying to see if I could like basically scale the team with my primary form of scaling being the Gelada. And it was working very, very well. It was working well, and you'll see at a certain point, I pivot the team away from the Gelada. I fill to the full 5 squad. And at that point, I let the run fully play out. And it is such a wild ride. It was so much fun. And yeah, this minimal scaling sniper run here, it looks good. But then we run into stuff like this boar, and it's like, no, my goats can't even knock the boar out. and you're just in a complete panic, like, oh no, has this run just totally lost? And the answer to the question, it's yeah, when you run into teams like this, you get that level 3 mana ray going, there is no beating it. So yeah, with all that being said, we are gonna ride off into the sunset as the final battle, the double mimic octopus. It's so terrifying. Then we're gonna transition right now into the pheasant run when we have our first Gelada frozen in the shop. With all that being said, if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.